left. But Mader is hoping things can calm down in D.C. and Boebert can focus on the issues.
Voter security, voter fraud, voter type stuff. Maybe that's some of the legislation she'll write. But at the end of the day, I also feel that the American people are wanting to get back to work.
A number of electors and
Congresswoman Boebert has denied any claims that she was involved in inciting the riots. Ever since the riots at the Capitol, Boebert says her office has received death threats. We reached out to Boebert's office for a comment on our story. Unfortunately, we have not received a reply just yet. Reporting live in Pueblo, Dan Beatty, KRDO, News Channel 13.
All right, Dan, thanks. New video from inside the U.S. Capitol riots, meanwhile, captures a never-before-seen interaction between a U.S. Air Force Academy graduate facing federal charges and another man.
KRDO News Channel 13's Jen Moynihan is live in our newsroom to show us the video and explain. Jen.
Bart, Heather, his actions caught on camera in this latest video during the Capitol riot shows a stark contrast to much of the violence that we saw on January 6th. In one moment, the Air Force Academy graduate is seen trying to remind other protesters to remain civil.
No, this is our chair.
I agree with you, brother, but it's not ours. It belongs to the Vice President of the United States when he's in here. It's not our chair.
In this newly released video from inside the U.S. Capitol during the January 6 riots, U.S. Air Force Academy graduate Larry Rendell Brock Jr. is seen here, advising others on the chamber floor to remain respectful.
Look, I love you guys, you're brothers, but we can't be disrespectful.
Don't disrespect. They can steal an election, but we can't sit in their chair?
No!
Brock, who's currently awaiting trial on charges for his alleged role in the riots, was first identified by federal authorities in these images, carrying white zip ties, which are typically used by law enforcement to restrain someone taken into custody.
To those of you who took part in the violence, here's something you should know. Every FBI field office in the country is looking for you.
Meantime, a Woodland Park man is now the latest Southern Colorado resident facing charges for his alleged involvement. Images and video in an affidavit filed against Robert Gieswein show him helping lift and force a barrier against Capitol police officers. Court documents also show the 24-year-old entering the Capitol through a broken window and making his way through the building with a baseball bat in hand. Investigators say Gieswein runs a private paramilitary training group called the Woodland Wild Dogs and was identified at the Capitol by a patch for the group seen on the front of his tactical military-style vest. According to federal authorities, Gieswein is now the third person with ties to Southern Colorado facing charges in connection to the riots. In the newsroom, Jen Moynihan, KRDO News Channel 13.
Jen, thanks. Now to a check of the latest COVID-19 numbers in our community. El Paso County reports another 73 cases and 2 deaths to the state.